Welcome back to the Who's Our Little Comedian podcast. My name is Dylan. My co-host is Jay. This is the first episode. Like all first episodes, this one is a little bit of a train wreck. There's quite a bit of technical difficulties that happen on my end, which does make for a little bit of funniness that we got captured through the other POVs. This is just something that we're going to have to work on, something we're going to have to develop as time goes on. I pray that y'all are merciful on that regard. With that being said, this is a knockout first episode. As of right now, we also did lose, though, the last about 20 minutes of one of our guests, Gabe. So if I'm unable to recover that, I will have to cut the last story because there's a lot of empty space. But like I said, it's the first episode. We're learning, we're living, we're thriving, and yeah. Let me know what you guys think of the format. It's just pretty much every episode we're gonna have me and Jay and a guest in here, and we're gonna do some banter, some chat about whatever we're thinking. And then I'd like to pan it to one of our viewer advice phone calls, where we can answer some questions for the people that watch us. And then after that, we'd like to bring in some Reddit stories that we'd like to read, not only to each other and not only to our guests, but to you as well. So I hope you guys are patient with us navigating this new world, and I hope you guys enjoy the pilot episode of Who's Our Little Comedian. Thank you.
Dylan J, reading Reddit with the fellas. Every weekend, we answer questions, we give advice. You give us problems about your life.
We read it Reddit, we rage bait, we do it sober, we could do it faded, yeah we could. We in our prime, yeah let's put us on the scene again. And today we finding out who is our little comedian.
Okay, well, since we didn't really think about what we should talk about, we should probably start with what we don't want to talk about, which is like...
How do you feel about the war between Israel and Palestine?
Okay.
What is your guys' least favorite race? Can we do a race tier list for this
I'll
episode?
do a religion tier list.
No Jews.
I'm down with that. All F except Buddhism.
30 seconds in, we're fucking cooked.
Yeah,
It's fucking over.
None of us are ever gonna get a.
Over.
We're never gonna get J again, dude.
Oh, okay, that's another one. Okay, so no, we can't say that word that you just said. We are bleeping it, and we're also bleeping
I
the
need
E
to
word.
be able to bleep it again.
Oh,
okay.
We're bleeping J and right? Those are the two.
Yeah, we're bleeping those every single time.
Okay,
So yeah, I'm
cool,
gonna have to
cool.
go and post and do that, but it's fine. But yeah, we decided that makes sense.
Yeah, if it's a theme, thematically,
It is a theme.
you know.
It's a theme thematically with you.
Hey,
Because
with you too, dude.
Every time that word has been mentioned, you have like a mental breakdown, even though you work a 9 to 5.
It's more of a 12 to 9, but yeah, thank you, man. Stolen Valor.
Stolen valor.
Fuck.
Stolen valor at fucking
Firehouse subs,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
Fucking-
I'm on the front lines. What do you got a cozy ass like liberal job?
front line. Yeah, dude.
Look at you
that's-
in a
that's
car
valid.
driving, putting packages on
Air-conditioned-
porch. Dude,
Air
I'm on the
conditioned
front
electric
lines.
van.
Yeah. My boss won't
We're
even turn on
really
the
on the
AC
front
most
lines.
days.
We're going right to the door. You're
No, trust.
you know, you're sitting in
How
the
do you
comfort
think the
behind
bread
your little
gets there?
desk. The bread, but he doesn't have to. He's not delivering it to their home. Like, you know what I mean? They have to come to him. We go to them.
To be fair, also like all of our like distributors show up in the middle of the night. They don't even have to deal with shit.
Lucky.
They just pop in. I'm. It's like Santa Claus for real. I just walk in the store. I'm like, oh cool, there's a present for me.
Yippee, bread.
Yeah,
I love bread.
dude. Some days those orders save my ass. You'd be surprised people don't understand how like products actually show up into a restaurant. Actually, no, you guys would understand. You guys have like fucking frontal lobe.
I got ball knowledge.
We've worked restaurant jobs.
Yeah,
What do you mean
I've
you're
been
out
here
of gluten-free bread? I'm like, dude, do you think I'm making this shit in the back and I decided not to make it today? Like,
Well, see, you fucked up when you said, "Do you think?" Because they don't. They just go up and say,
Exactly.
"What the fuck? There's no gluten-free bread."
yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I actually have a. Let me share my. Oh my god, are you fucking?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Did his thing get fatal stepped? We'll see. So far, I mean, knock on wood, my PC has been alright to me. My gaming laptop, back from like when I bought it in like 2014, that shit gave me so many issues. I think just being an Alienware, I think also.
Oh, dude, Alienware
really
is so
help the case.
fucked. You cannot trust
Yeah.
that shit.
So I remember I was like starting out with like Brendan in like freshman or sophomore year, and he showed me his specs on his. He had like a, I want to say an MSI laptop, I think MSI or AMD. I don't know if AMD had their own like branded gaming laptops.
No,
but
they don't. I don't think they do
his
that.
specs. Okay, I think it might have just been an AMD, like GPU.
Just AMD Tech, yeah.
But yeah, dude, having that shit repaired sucked so much. You need to find somebody that's like willing to actually open it up and work on it.
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
Yeah, no, I'm happy I have a fucking actual desktop.
Especially because, like, when it comes to fucking the Alienware stuff, a lot of what they throw in there is just junk. And so, like,
It's like shovelware, right?
it's what?
Shovelware, basically.
I'm not sure what that means. I haven't heard
Like
that.
just bloat. I think it's just like software that's like pre-installed that just kind of bloats the hard drive for no reason.
I haven't heard anything about that. I know, like, hardware side, they just, like, literally just throw fucking junk in there. And so, like, it just goes bad. And then you need to get it fucking replaced. And nobody can fucking replace it. Because it's, like, either crap and out of date, or you can't find it anywhere, or... Like, they just make them impossible to work on, and they're designed to fail.
I already sent it to Gabe. It's this fucking video of XQC like looking like through this microscoped well, XQC is not the point of the video. The
GPU or
the CPU, yeah.
shit. I saw that.
Dude,
it looks it's insane that they have there's a watermark all the way down there.
Dude, it's
That
crazy.
Yeah, like
And like it goes and you think it's gonna stop, but then it goes longer than that. It's absolutely insane.
oh, that video was fucking mind blowing. I never realized how much actually went into a CPU like that.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous.
It's like when they show you like a cell under a microscope in like science class.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just way more mind blowing because you're just like, I never thought that'd be the case.
Right, and there's just like there's no way that could have been constructed by like a hand ever. You know what I mean?
No shot, no.
Like it is that shit. Gabe, did you see that shit?
I don't think so.
It's on your Instagram. I sent it to you.
Oh, let me check.
The fact there's a trademark logo at like near the end just was like what blew my mind the most.
It just keeps going. Like I'm sure Gabe might know about this already, but
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that shit is real.
Like Palestine.
Very true.
Sorry, keep going.
that shit is real, and I was actually thinking about it just a second ago when you were talking about the CPU, but I didn't know the video you were talking about. The I don't know if you guys heard about this. Microsoft just developed this came out a little while ago. Microsoft just developed like the first quantum processor. You guys hear about this?
No.
No.
So like they announced this a little while ago, and it's like a huge fucking deal because nobody has been able to make like an actual quantum computer. And
Right.
If you guys don't know, the whole deal with quantum computing and the advantage over like standard computing is that we have basically, like, that video shows it really well. The one of XQC with the CPU. We basically hit the limit for how small we can actually make those transistors. And in a standard computer, basically the way it works is it's just running electricity through shit to make things either identify as a 1 or a 0. And
Right. Binary
yeah,
code.
that's what it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. W.
Yeah.
Ball knowledge.
Yo, ball knowledge, dude, elite.
Yo.
Yeah, that's what it all runs on. But like we've been able to make those so small that we can do like more and more complex things. But like at its core, it's just either a 1 or a 0. But we can't make them any smaller at the point they're at now. And so it's like kind of hit a wall.
Yeah.
And so that's where the idea of quantum
N-
computing is it's not like a standard transistor. They can be in a sort of like a flux state where they can be either a 1 or a 0. Which is kind of hard to wrap your head around,
God.
but
I was gonna say you kind of lost me, but it does sound insane. Like, I mean,
Man,
I get
I'm
what
busy.
you.
That's really cool, or I'm sorry that happened.
They
But,
made
like,
they made computers transgender, dude.
It's like maybe
No,
we
but,
should talk
dude-
about Israel and Palestine.
yeah, that's
I do think
that.
Microsoft has been making moves, man. It's
That is
This is-
insane.
No, and it literally came out of nowhere. Like they hadn't like announced or anything like majorly that they were like working on this kind of tech. And all of a sudden they were just like,
Right.
"Hey, this thing that nobody's been able to make up till now, we fucking made it." Like shit that NASA's been trying to do for years. They were like, "Yeah, we did that."
honestly
We did
good
that
for
shit.
good for Microsoft. They deserve a dub after this long. They've been getting
Yeah.
played these past couple years.
Good for that billion-dollar company or whatever.
Hey, I have brand loyalty. That's all I'll say.
Brand loyalty to Microsoft is insane.
I mean, that's the same way that you buy a PlayStation over an Xbox. You know what I mean?
They are ramming that Game Pass down Jay's throat.
Okay.
I'm okay. Hold on. I've been clowned on. One of the few motherfuckers I play with that does not own Game Pass, and I get clowned on for it every time I hop on Xbox. I don't like Game Pass.
You get clowned on for
personally.
not owning Game Pass?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should buy Game Pass.
There's. Do I have to rehash the argument I've had with Jack 40 fucking times with you, buddy? Jack's like $20. You can just play the game. I'm like, yeah, Jack, but guess what? Like, I'm not like you, man. I'm not gonna play the game once, be like, yeah, I'm good, and never touch it again.
Right.
For like half the games I play.
Like you said, you got brand loyalty. You want to give them the $60 or whatever.
And now I'm giving it to Steam, dog. It's no different.
I mean, not all the money doesn't go to Steam.
Yeah, but still, like about the same cut goes to like Microsoft, PlayStation, or Steam if you buy it in either platform. 30% fee. My thing is just more. I have an Xbox account, like a legacy account. I like the Xbox UI more than PlayStation. PlayStation does their exclusives better for sure. I'll never not argue that. or argue over that point. That's a fucking loss on Xboxes, especially nowadays. Xbox has like 3 fucking IPs.
Oh, right, and they're all coming to PlayStation, right?
Yeah, well, they're creeping it in, but it was really odd that they threw in Gears of War as the first one. I was expecting Forza to be the first one. It's obviously a racing game, because they're known for shooters. You know what I mean? Gears of War and Halo.
Yeah.
But I know I don't know if Halo ever will, but 2 out of the 3 like main names going to fucking PlayStation is just I'm never buying an Xbox again. I think I'll be a PC kid for a while.
And that's on Ja.
On Ja.
That's on Ja Save.
What's that? What's a father?
Ja Say Unfroy?
Dude.
Let me break it down for you.
You about to start breakdancing?
Yeah, imagine I had the fucking GIF ready of the dudes dancing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, because I'll see like an out text clip where it was like, let me break it down for you guys. It pisses me off.
It's
yeah, yeah.
It's awesome. Gabe, I like your opinion. I made an AI logo for the podcast. What do you think? I sent it in the Discord.
Is it the same one you showed me?
Yes, and I tried.
I don't like the art style.
I tried to. That is fair, but I tried to make Jay not bald, and it didn't work.
I mean, I like it. I very much like the art style, but that doesn't look like either one of you.
That is
all.
valid. Well, I didn't submit a picture or anything. I just kind of like, rolled with the punches.
I am happy that the AI didn't immediately assume I was black.
Do most people automatically assume that you were black?
When I got transferred to a different firehouse, half the staff thought I was a black guy off my name.
Off of Jay?
Off of Jay. To be
I
fair,
mean,
I've only met one other Jay in my life, and it was JJ Swag. So like I can't really blame him. Confirmation bias, you know what I mean?
Was he German?
The guy that assumed it?
JJ Swag?
Remember?
Who the fuck is JJ Swag?
You don't remember from middle school?
No, I was trying to make a joke. He's obviously black.
You guys actually don't
But
remember
who is JJ
Swag,
Swag?
Okay, what side were you guys on in middle school?
I don't fucking remember.
I feel like you remember.
That was 10 years ago.
14 years ago.
Yeah, and I remember it. I remember my side.
I couldn't even name the
brand
sides.
Brand loyalty. Dude.
What are the options?
Fucking brand loyalty.
Explorers and.
I was an explorer.
Okay.
I was the other
I don't know. I
one,
just remember.
Navigator. That's what it is.
You were one of the Untouchables. Got it. Sorry, that was mean. Sorry.
Wow.
I just brand loyalty, like Gabe said. I ride for it. All I remember is this dude was in like the cabin next to me in 6th grade camp, and like he caused like a good couple grand worth of like what's it called? Destruction, I guess, property damage.
Who did? Sorry?
What happened to your
The
property?
JJ Swag kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, in 6th grade camp, he like destroyed like a ceiling fan. All I know, he's a short black kid named JJ Swag. That's what everybody called him. I don't know if his name was actually Jay, but that's the only Jay I've ever met and like talked to. Evil Jay.
Evil Jay. Yeah, you're okay, Jay.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're all right, Jay.
I'm the true neutral of the multiverse.
You're almighty, Jay. Am I right?
Yo, don't fucking say almighty.
Wait, you
Almighty.
don't fuck with him? I don't know anything about Almighty Jay.
It was Corday, Namir, and Almighty Jay. All I know is Almighty Jay was the shittiest one.
I don't know anything about him, so I have to agree.
Just music wise.
Dude, YB and Namir has been I've been kind of
He's
fucking with
terrible,
him
too.
recently. No,
Or his new shit? I
No. I haven't fucked with his. I haven't listened to his old shit like at all. I've like recently been Every time I hear one like on like a reel or something, I'm like, damn, it's low-key kind of good.
I'm just forever mad that they use that one beat for that song where he's like, "Wake up, get my dick sucked." You know what beat I'm talking about?
Vaguely.
They sampled.
I don't really know though.
They sampled the outro Minecraft, like the end credit Minecraft music for it, and it's genuinely one of the best beats I've ever heard. And I was like, you wasted it on Namir, of all people.
But the song I heard the other day, I don't know if you know, it's called "Bounce Out" with that. That song is badass.
Yeah.
It's a YBN Namir song.
That was also like, that's 2017 Namir.
Yeah, but I'm not familiar.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, I only really my introduction to YBN Namir was Soul Train, so it was a good one.
Gave you all my love.
But I've always fucked with Corday.
See, I found it really funny how Corday's been like always good. And then he saw Namir like just becoming shit. He was like, yeah, no more YBN. I'm just Corday now. Respect it.
Yeah.
Because Almighty J, he wasn't really that shit, for real. He was kind of shit back when that group actually like meant something, you know what I mean?
Right, but how long really was that? Was that like a year?
3 years. 2-3 years.
Okay.
2017 to 2019, I think. 2020.
I feel like that's pushing it though.
I never listened to them consistently. That's my thing. Is like
they had one tape.
Yeah. True. I don't know though. It just depends on the group. Like, to be fair, like most of them are just not really musically talented besides Corday.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know how like
Namir has his pocket though. That's what I've kind of learned.
He just gives off fucking like like Claudia Chance Meatballs, the one guy that like tears off his clothes and goes, "Look at me, I'm the baby."
The fucking
they're like fucking
dude?
The chubby dude, the chubby side character that like his fame was from being on like the sardine cans as a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, look at me, I'm still a baby. It's basically what I feel like with Namir.
That's valid.
It's like, look at me, I'm still a SoundCloud rapper. It's like, okay, let it go, bro. Like, it's the generation's over. Like, you can carry a career still, but
yeah,
quit acting like you're still on SoundCloud making beats in your fucking dorm room. Like,
is YBN even a thing anymore?
I think he's the only one that still has it in his name, because no one's gonna know.
But is it like because it's like a
no?
Is it like a label, right?
I don't know if it's a label. It's built on fucking shoestrings.
Damn. That was hard.
Fucking 3 SoundCloud rappers came together, and only one of them has like a career that I can actually, or a fucking discography I can quote out of somewhat. Not even a fan of really any 3 of them, but like I like Corday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Corday's pretty solid.
He's like listenable for sure. Like his shit.
I like how when I Google YBN label, the second it like shows a few people that are supposedly in YBN, and none of them are right. The first one's Almighty J, and then it's Young Boy, and then it's Lil Skies, and then Take a Day Trip, the producer. Like, what the fuck? I don't think YBN exists anymore.
Probably doesn't. Can we talk about fucking Young Boy's singing ability?
That
shit's crazy. That shit's crazy to me.
I will say I watched, this is like years ago at this point. You know Sean C?
I recognize the name.
He reacts to music. He's a
YouTuber? Yeah, the YouTuber.
Yeah. But he had a quote. Not a quote. He just said one time that Young Boy raps and sings like he's falling down the stairs, and that kind of resonated with me.
No, he's not wrong. How do you even come to that fucking conclusion and actually.
I don't know, but he hit
right,
it on the mark.
Yeah, he
hit it
did.
on the
Yeah.
mark.
What is it, name? What do you bring?
I got to put my thing on whatever you need. I don't know what the words are.
The room, but yeah.
Put in a string.
So they feel like speed though. She hit my lean though. Yeah, no, he's right though. That's wild that he can actually like put that into words.
Yeah. And it is valid.
But I love, like, you ever see the memes where it's like rappers who can sing versus rappers who can't? And, like,
yeah.
It's like very obviously like, you know, a fucking actual singer is like, she can't sing at all. And then it cuts to like young boy doing his fucking ad libs in like the studio.
Right. And yeah, I hate when people they take like the most out of context bullshit.
Yeah. Like fucking make
They take a clip of Cardi going like yeah whack on the fucking mic and they're like, this is what you listen to? Like, are you fucking kidding me? I listen to fucking Waylon Jennings. What the fuck is this, dude?
All I know is I've gotten the like world news has shut up on r/Playboy Cardi faster than my Instagram feed. I'll say that. Kind of off topic, but
yeah. Why follow any news station at all when I could just fucking join r/Playboy Cardi?
I found out, dude. I found out the Pope died. I found out Queen Elizabeth died through that. I found out that fucking Biden has cancer. I found out that Trump won through that.
Oh my god.
I just open Reddit and it's the fucking, you know, it's like my like number one most like viewed. So I guess they just pushed to the top. And there's one post where it's like the Pope, you know, like the XXX shit where it's half his face and someone who died.
Yeah, and it's the fucking it's half X
it was
and
the
half
Pope.
the Pope.
Yeah, and I was like,
Jesus
no
Christ.
fucking way.
That is diabolical.
And in the comments are like, there's no way I just found out this shit through fucking r/Playboy Cardi.
I mean, yeah, it sounds pretty fucking normal now. Sounds like everybody's fucking, they see any bit of news and they're like, this has to go on r/Playboy Cardi.
Before that last album dropped, they like had threads of like discussing quantum physics and like the possibility of like time travel. And I'm like, what the fuck are these guys? Who are these people? Who are these people in this shit? I don't understand what they're talking about, but it sounds right. It sounds like, you know, big science words. Like, come on. Can I clear the recording? Are we recording right now?
Yeah, what?
Oh, we're recording. Oh, word. Okay. Organic ass podcast. I like this.
Well, yeah.
My bad.
What do you think? We're just fucking intermissioning?
I thought it's like iCarly shit where it's like.
I
3,
literally,
2,
I'm not
1.
even gonna lie. I was about to do some iCarly shit like just now. Okay, I want to cut to a little segment. A few months ago, I put out we have a hotline phone number, and we have people that are calling in and asking Dylan and Jay questions. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna listen to this caller, and we're gonna give our feedback to whatever his problem is. All right.
I'm all ears.
You're all ears. All right.
All ears.
All right, so let's take a listen. This one is labeled toaster strudel, whatever that means. Oh, it's in the middle of it. My bad. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, this is also the wrong one. Jesus Christ, this is the first episode.
Dude, you need to fucking
This is the first
get
episode.
your notes together,
this is the first
dude.
episode. Sorry, this is
Get
a
a
lot.
folder. Get a folder.
Fuck, dude.
Label it, dude. You know,
Out
like
of
green for science, blue for math. You know, get your
Oh
shit
shit,
straight,
dude.
man.
Yeah, I had this in social studies.
Dude, yeah, that's where you fucked up.
All right. So yeah, this is we're gonna listen to this caller. Let's do it.
Hey Jay, hey Dylan, calling in from Colorado. My name is Chris, and I need your advice very urgently. As soon as I saw the post about calling in for the podcast, I knew I had to do it because there's not anyone in my personal life I could go to about this. This has been looming in my head for a long time, so I hope you guys can indulge me. So in college a few years ago, I found out with my ex that I had this niche little fetish. I actually found out about it on Reddit, which I know you guys are all too familiar with. And that fetish is releasing onto different foods every time I have sex. Nothing like unconventional. You know, something light like a sandwich or a piece of pizza. And you know, it's not for eating necessarily. I just like to do it, you know, and it just makes me feel good. But fast forward a few years, me and the girl broke up. But you know, every once in a while, from time to time, I like to get loose. You know, sometimes I like to do my little thing. I like to nut on some food, you know, nothing wrong with that. All right, and I have a roommate who's 25, same age as me, and he usually works long shifts, upwards of about 10, 11 hours. And sometimes I like to get a little freaky, you know, do my little release onto some foods. Specifically foods that I buy from the store, because I would never do that to anything that he buys. But last Friday, I bought a 12-pack of toaster strudels for the next 2 weeks. And normally I buy my own snacks and he buys his. But one day, about a few weeks ago, decided to get a little frisky on my off day. And I knew he was going to be gone for pretty long that day. So, as anyone does, I performed my ritual onto one of my toaster strudels, planning to throw it away after I was finished. However, upon finishing my little ritual, I got a phone call from my boss. So I had to leave. It was urgent. I was expecting this call, so I had to leave the toaster strudel on the counter to securely, you know, sit and take this phone call. And what I didn't know is that this phone call really was the start of a little impromptu meeting that he was setting up. So therefore, I was in this call for over an hour. It turns into a whole Zoom meeting. And after that, my buddy and I started playing Fortnite, you know, I wasn't even thinking, right? So that's another hour wasted. And at this point, this is where I fucked up, because my roommate came home as I was playing Fortnite because his work lost power due to recent storms. And he came home early and he just saw the toaster strudel on the counter and he didn't even think anything of it. And he ate it. I mean, there's just no way to say he ate it. He put the toaster strudel in his mouth after I had released onto it on the kitchen counter, and he ate it. I mean, I didn't see him eat it though. It was on the counter when I saw it, and I came back, and the plate was still there, but there was like crumbs, and it was gone. I looked, and I was sifting through the trash. I looked in the sink. I was like making sure maybe I didn't eat it. I don't know. And it's got me a little triggered, because like, what did he do? And this was at this point, this was a few days ago, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Should I say anything? Do I just let it go? Do I just let the guilt just sit over me that my friend most likely ate a toaster strudel with my future kids on it? Because like I don't know if he ate it. I don't know. But the toaster strudel is gone. It wasn't in the trash unless he took out the trash. But he didn't take out the trash. Like he had to eat it.
This dude's a fucking rambler.
What do you guys think? Let me know. Love you guys.
Dude wouldn't shut the fuck up.
I
think I had a little.
4.5 minutes of bullshit.
I wanted to wait until the end to let you know that we only caught about every third word of that.
Yeah. So was the fetish? Nutting on
this is the
food?
first episode. All right.
Yeah.
This is what
it's
happens.
okay.
I got my end. I got my end,
it's
so
all
it's
good.
fine.
I got
It's
the
all
gist
good.
of
But
it.
yeah,
yeah,
so
so-
our friend Chris.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll lay it down. Our friend Chris, from what I'm gathering, Yeah, he likes to cum on foods.
Is he eating it after or just coming?
No, he specifically said
Okay.
he does not.
That's what I was getting from. That's why I thought with like him leaving the toaster strudel on the counter.
No, I think it's just the sheer thrill of it. Like the love of the game.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, yeah, he's not eating it. That's the main question. That's the main question I need answers for.
Yeah, well, he's not eating it. His fucking roommate is. 'Cause
Poor
he
roommate.
fucking ate that shit, dude.
I would take it to the grave, just to be.
You
blunt.
want to say it? You want to bring it up?
No, I don't think I would. I think I'd. No, I don't.
Because like you don't have
how
to.
do you explain that?
You don't have to. Like you could be sly about it. You could be like, "Yo, like, did you eat my toaster strudel? I was gonna eat that," type shit.
Yeah,
You know
but
what- you
you're
know what
not
I mean?
saying it's like. Yeah, but if you're gonna be honest with him, you're like, yo, do you eat my toaster strudel? I came on it instead of putting frosting on it. That's being honest, right? That's like actually being upfront.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah, but you could, I guess you could ask, like, you could kind of beat around the bush, be like, did you eat it? And he's like, oh, my bad, I ate it. It's like, all good, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're just getting answers.
Yeah, fair. I guess if you're gonna, yeah, if you want to know
Yeah,
if he
L.A.
ate
Noir
it,
that
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you're pressing B instead of A. You're going like the
Right. yeah.
good cop route. Yeah.
There's some investigative work that could be done there.
Absolutely. It's-
I mean, if it's not in the trash, like,
I was about to say, yeah, he said no trash. The plate is still there, crumbs and all. Toaster strudel missing.
crumbs, dude, no.
He said
No,
there's bits of
yeah.
it left. Like not bits of
I
it, like just crumbs.
I feel like it's one of those things where you just like drink half a bottle of vodka and just forget. It's just like,
Just
yeah, just
forget
put that
it.
behind you. You just move, yeah, just forget. Like, fuck it. I mean, what else are you gonna do? I guess, yeah, like you said, you can ask that question, and if he says yes, I feel like you're even more inclined to be like, yo, man, you just ate my offspring, dog. Like, I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
Yeah, and I mean,
It's a loaded.
if the neighbor hasn't been weird or said anything himself, then he was either cool with it, or he's taken it to the grave, or it tasted really good.
Oh,
Those
it
are the
was a
three options.
neighbor? I guess that part cut out. I thought it was a
Well,
roommate.
no, that's what I meant, roommate.
Okay. I was gonna say, it was like, neighbors over there? Yeah, dude, he could eat a cum strudel. Who cares? Fucking go to my house, like, yeah,
Yeah, if it's
fair.
the guy who
I
lives
think
next
he said
door or
good
whatever.
friend.
Yeah, roommate, yeah, okay. So, okay.
Oh yeah, if my neighbor just walked in and just ate toaster strudel off my counter, yeah.
I mean, if
fuck
you don't
yeah.
even,
Yeah.
if you don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
your
fuck
neighbor,
that
that
dude.
might be like something you can do to fuck with your neighbor.
Yeah, if you know that he's gonna come in and take your toaster strudel.
I mean, just like walk over there and be like, "Hey, I've got this plate of toaster strudels."
Yeah, that's a whole different level of
I've got
fucking.
extras.
Nobody's
Yeah.
saying do it. It's just a thought.
True.
Okay. Well, Jade, do you wanna bring up your your Reddit story?
Hey guys, just bought a half ounce of Fent AMA.
Alright.
It's just
Fire.
It's got busy
Fire asked me, yeah.
fucking plaguing the community
Here.
with fentanyl.
Here.
Yeah, so yeah, lay it down. So Jay's gonna read a Reddit story, and then I have a couple. I also, do you want to go over? You had something else too.
Yeah, there's another one. I'm gonna have to find that while you're telling your next one. Or
All right.
whatever we cover next.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, lay it
This
down.
is titled, The Time I Fucked Up by Coming Into a Coconut.
All right. I mean, I've been there. The guy from the guy who just called us might relate to this actually.
See, I feel like coming onto random food makes a little, and it doesn't make more sense, but it's a little more normal. I don't know. They're both
This
fucking
sounds a
crazy.
little more
Normalize
intimate.
this.
He's coming into the coconut.
Yeah, I guess like a coconut fleshlight style. You
These
know,
are weird people.
Yeah.
To each
Don't
their own.
normalize this.
I'm not normalizing it, but you know, like, hey man, You fucking do your own shit. Just stay the fuck away from me, alright?
Agreed.
It opens
Alright.
up with, anyway, around 8 years back, lived in northern Mozambique. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
Okay. A coastal southern African country with a quite warm climate. My mother at the time was going through a quote-unquote health nut phase and only buying foods she deemed healthy enough. One of these was coconuts. Fucking great. This is a great fucking warm-up. Jesus. She would buy several coconuts a week to use in food from the local market. Anyways, being a horny teenager, I fapped in regular intervals.
All right.
And so, yeah, that's a way to word it.
Right.
Unfortunately, there was some severely stressful examinations coming up. Guessing like exams, you know, fucking.
Examinations? Is that like does he mean like a physical?
I'm assuming it's like, you know, fancy way of saying tests, like finals, you know,
Sure.
midterms.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm assuming examinations coming up for me, and as such, my fapping reached a higher peak than usual, and I was feeling pretty sexually frustrated. One day, I hear that my mother is going out. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Is going out for pretty much the entire afternoon. Horny me decides that it would be a fantastic idea to fuck a coconut, as one does, I guess.
Right. Been
Honestly, to this day, I can't fathom why I thought this would be a good idea, but my train of thought back then was clearly somewhat clogged. No shit, idiot. I end up grabbing the coconut drill. That's a thing, okay? And
I guess it's just a drill.
yeah, a drill
That is
for
now the
coconuts.
coconut drill.
Yeah. I ended up grabbing the coconut drill and through 20 minutes of concerted effort.
Conservated
flight.
effort.
Fucking who knows.
Effort.
He's locked in. Yeah, effort. He's locked in. Effort end up creating a hole large enough for me to stick my little porker into. I decide it requires some lube and grab the nearest slippery thing, some butter, before shoving into the coconut, followed shortly by my meat. I fuck the coconut and it actually feels pretty damn good, and I blow my load. It gets crazier. Shove the coconut under my bed and continue about my day. For the next week, the coconut is my savior. Whenever I want to get off, I simply take it out and fuck it.
Wait.
Fuck it in its
He's
delightfully
got it
tight
like
hole.
Wait. He's got it like a little rag. Like he's keeping it.
It's like a fleshlight, but like he's just dumping and like throwing it under his bed after every time.
Oh no.
Yeah. I feel like Gabe could see he's like is it Magneto that can see the future in Marvel? Where the fuck Gabe knows what's
Gabe's
going down
pulling up
right now.
the multiverses like Doctor Strange. He's trying
Yeah,
to pick
dude.
the one
Open
where
up
this doesn't
portals.
exist.
How did I end up in the
Alright.
multiverse where this is a thing that happens?
Yeah. This is in our fucking mainline verse, man.
Why is this the timeline I'm
unless I hope to God this is some psycho's fucking fiction writing on Reddit, but
Yeah.
it's a 50-50 with
Yeah.
this,
Maybe this is from
fucking
Wattpad
website.
and we're good.
Alright, whenever I want to get off, I simply take it out and fuck it in its delightfully tight hole. And he put delightfully in, he italicized that to make that.
Delightfully.
God, I
Yeah,
hate
like
people.
he want to make sure that you know it's delightfully.
So did he measure that shit like directly, like exactly his penis size, and then drill the coconut?
I like to imagine that he drilled it and then it was like a trial and error until it fit.
Like he just kept going bigger every time.
Yeah, like he tried 20-ish minutes of drilling, dude. Like he had to have a couple. There's one thing, he's like, that's a little too tight. Ah, perfect.
Time well
This is
spent. I
perfect.
mean, he's getting the usage. Like he's going back for seconds.
Yeah, no, he goes back for more than seconds,
Like,
dude.
did he
He's going
carve
for the-
out? He must have carved out the whole thing and then just kept because he's like subsequently going back. You know what I mean?
What's a coconut? It's just coconut milk. And you just dump that
that's
out
true.
like.
I don't know why I was thinking of a.
They're
hollow,
like a watermelon.
Cantaloupe.
Okay, like a watermelon cantaloupe. Yeah, I was about to say, dude.
So
yeah,
no. You're right.
Yeah. He just has to drill and dump the water out.
Now
Still
I got the
fucking
picture in my head.
psychotic. All right, where was I at? All right,
Delightfully
tight hole. Yeah. Made better each time by the accumulating volumes of my semen and butter acting as a lubricant. It's heaven. Now, before I continue, I best mention that at the time our area is experiencing quite humid, muggy weather, which exacerbated an already existing fly problem. Disgusting fat, bloated flies were commonly found around our house, and the exterminators couldn't really do anything about it because there's a localized area problem that would, quote-unquote, go away in the winter.
Okay.
About a week and a bit after the initial coconut fuck, in quotations, I had been using it pretty much every day since. I began to notice a few more flies than usual, as well as an odd, unpleasant smell in my room. Must be the coconut, right? So I decide I'll fuck it one more time before I throw it out and get a new one. Like a breakup sex. You know,
Sure. Breakup
sex with a coconut. Yeah.
You never forget your first one.
Yeah. So
You
then
never.
he pressed entered, tabbed in, and put in worst mistake I've ever made in bold text.
Okay.
You see, the reason for the increased number of flies is that the coconut was evidently, in hindsight, a nearly perfect place to lay eggs.
Oh no.
As I
this is
penetrate the
obvious.
coconut one last time, I begin to feel a strange wiggling sensation. Puzzled, I pull out my cock to discover it's covered in rotten and moldy butter and semen and it's teeming with tiny fucking maggots. They were wriggling all over my dickhead, and some were even trying to force their way up my urethra.
What?
I feel like this was
I
obvious.
scream. Yeah, I feel like the moment he brought up when I first read this, the moment he brought up hot humid weather, I was like, yeah, it's gonna go that fucking route, right? I didn't think it'd be maggots, but
Dude, what?
Jesus.
Isn't it ironic though? Isn't it ironic that they're laying eggs on the future kids? Like it's kind of a beautiful
There
thing.
is a level
There
of
is a level of irony
like,
there.
It is poetic. You know, like how dead animals become like nutrition for like the earth.
Yeah.
Like decomposing animals. Like yeah, it's like that. All right, almost
it?
done here.
Oh, okay.
No, it's very, very, very close.
All right.
I screamed and threw the coconut against the wall, which made the situation worse by spilling the contents. Why the fuck would he do that? Hours of vigorous cock. He threw it against the wall. The cum, buttered, and maggot-filled coconut against the wall.
All right.
Hours of vigorously cock-scrubbing, vomiting, and cleaning the remnants were spent reflecting on what the fuck I was doing with my life. Never again, never again. Too long, didn't read. The short version, don't fuck coconuts.
Wow.
And I guess this dude got a lot of freaky messages because his next thing said, I'm private, don't message me. RIP inbox.
Damn.
I'm more concerned who the fuck messaged him in his inbox after reading that. I'd stay the fuck away from you.
Probably some
if I
fucking
heard that.
losers.
I hope it was people that were like, you need to make better fucking life decisions.
I'd assume the comment section, told him that well enough, but who knows? It's Reddit.
He just
Who
kept
fucking knows?
This dude is like bad luck Brian, but he is the person that is like there's no luck. Like he's doing he's like taking the bad choice every time. Like he's like, I'm horny,
Also,
I see
like,
coconut, I'm gonna fuck it. And then he's like, should I get rid of it? I'm gonna keep it. And he's
you're
like,
gonna
should I get rid of it? No, I'm gonna throw it against my wall. I'm gonna let maggots crawl up my urethra.
You're gonna nut in some shit and just throw it back under your bed and then go back the next day?
That is insane.
That there was no thought in your brain this is disgusting. No, there's no part of your brain that goes like, this is completely unhygienic, but hey.
He's
I guess-
got a little bowl, a little
I guess
tasty
if you're-
Hawaiian bowl.
If you're crazy enough to fuck a coconut for a week straight, that lines up, I feel like. It makes sense.
Why did he
thought there.
throw it against the wall though?
Yeah, but
Oh, just
he
Gotcha.
pulled out of that shit and he saw some like fucking maggots worming his way into his urethra. And I agree though. Why? Like I would just at that point I feel like if I were in any situation like that, I would just drop it. Why would you panic? Throw it at your wall.
Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah, that's the one story from Reddit that just has been burned in my mind since the moment I read it, and I figured I wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, and I wonder why it's been burned in your mind.
Yeah, it's almost like
Yeah, nothing
I guess-
special about that one.
you know, people say there's no unique experiences anymore. I think he's a 1-for-1.
That might be a 1-for-1.
I think he's a
he might have that
1-for-1.
locked in.
I bet you someone else has fucked a coconut, but I don't think someone else has fucked a coconut 2 weeks in a row and let it rot under their bed.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I would if there's a parlay on it, I'd put money. There's no way.
Yeah, if there was a steak bet on this,
Yeah,
you'd be
dude.
locked in. I guess you don't bet on steak though. Do you bet on steak?
It's the weird loophole where it's like, oh, we have like I think stake's like the offshore shit where you buy crypto and then put that crypto into stake.
Right.
So you bet on stake, but like it's like, oh, it's not real money, it's crypto.
But do you go to stake like to bet on an MMA fight?
No. I don't think so.
That's
at
what I
least.
was imagining.
I think it's more like digital casino style, like roulette.
Oh,
blackjack and all that.
gotcha. Like slots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because I've seen that shit. But let's move on to the last one, because we are this is gonna be a little
Cutting it
long.
close.
No, we don't have a time limit. It's just cutting it close to when I have to go to bed. Because I'm.
Bro's gonna jump.
Yeah, dude. Whoa!
Blank
Wait!
that out.
Whoa!
Yeah,
We're
we'll
bleeping
blank
that. We're bleeping that shit. Okay. So this last one, a lot shorter. Only about like 2 paragraphs here. But I think both you guys will have an opinion on this one. Am I the asshole for telling a teenage orphan that I'm chaperoning on a cross-country trip that she's just cargo? Background: I, 56 male, have been tasked with transporting a teenager, 14 female, to a medical facility. She's not sick, but it's really important for humanity. It's a long story. I'm going through a lot of personal crap due to trauma in the past, and she's hard-headed and a smartass. I do not want to get emotionally involved because she reminds me of my daughter who died. So when she asked me if we were family, I told her, no, you're just cargo. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, I don't think he's the asshole, dude. Wait, does she have a book of like corny jokes?
She might. Oh, hey, there is an update though. Do you guys think he's the asshole for telling her she's just cargo? He said she's a hard-headed and a smartass.
No, I don't think he's an asshole for saying she's cargo.
Okay, so update. We just went through some really bad stuff and almost lost each other. I realized she is family, and we opened up and are really close now. We are healing. Second update. So we made it to the hospital, but the experience there was not the best, so we left. I killed a bunch of people and screwed up the whole saving humanity thing. The girl was drugged and wasn't aware of any of this. I looked her in the eye and lied to her about what happened. Am I the asshole?
No, he's not the asshole. I would have done the same thing.
Damn. And yeah, they got...
Is
Yeah.
there a part two? Is there a part two to what happens in the story?
If there is, I hope one of the characters takes up golf.
Yeah, I
PGA Tour.
I feel like the poster would be like have like a really good like drive swing, you know, or more of an iron. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I can't tell either. Well, that was the Who's Our Little Comedian podcast with Dylan and Jay and our buddy Gabe. Thank you guys for listening. No, at the very end.
He made it through. He made it through to the end. Fucking hell. What a great cut, dude.
As you can tell, I did not make it to the end of the episode. A little bit of doohickeys going on my end. PC liking to do the old gray screen at the end of the episode and 3 times throughout the episode. But you know, we live, we prosper, and we will do better next time. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. And we will be back next week or the week after for more Who's Our Little Comedian. Thank you, guys.
Dylan J, reading Reddit with the fellas. Every weekend, we answer questions, we give advice. You give us problems about your life.
We read it Reddit, we rage bait, we do it sober, we could do it faded, yeah we could, we in our prime, yeah let's put us on the scene again, and today we finding out who is our little comedian.